This video some of you guys may have already seen because I filmed it and uploaded it, and I had it up for about a week, and a lot of you guys did get to see it and comment on it, but I accidentally deleted it because that's the type of things that I do. And after that, some of you girls heard me mention these products, and then you asked me to put my review back up. So this is for the people that didn't get to see it, and it is going to be, I'm going to combine this video to be a review on my foundation and also the Milk of Magnesia as a primer. That was the original video. I had a whole video on using Milk of Magnesia, and it got deleted. So that now that you guys hear me reference it a lot, you know, you say please do a full review on it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the first product that I'm going to talk about. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Let me tell you guys, my skin type is, I have combination skin because my chin is very dry and sometimes my forehead will be really dry, but around my nose and my cheeks it gets very, very oily. Now especially in the summertime when it's hot out and the sun is, you know, on your face, of course you're going to sweat more and you're going to get much more oily than you do during the winter time. Some girls are oily all year round, like for example my mom has very oily skin, and no matter if it's wintertime or summertime, she always has a problem with shininess. She carries around those not black powder, the black sheets. And I know a lot of girls have a problem with that because if your skin gets oily, it's going to make your makeup oxidize. And what that is, it's basically going to make your makeup not last as long throughout the day. Your makeup is going to be slipping and sliding around your face. You know, so oily skin is not something that anyone likes to deal with. So I have spent so much money on Max Prep and Prime, different mattifying primers from Sephora, from Macy's, really any product that said that it controls oily skin that you put underneath your foundation in the morning. I've tried it, drugstore and high-end, and really nothing helped. The one that I stuck with the most was the MAC Prep and Prime because I, you know, tried to convince myself, oh, it's MAC, it works good. I just, you know, not realizing it. But it really wasn't, because in the middle of the day, my skin, like if I went like this and like this, you would see the makeup come off on my finger. My makeup would like just slide around my face. It would get patchy throughout the day because of the oil, and I would be shiny and my face would look, you know, I like to have a dewy finish, which is what I have now. Like I like to highlight my cheeks, but you don't want your whole face to look shiny. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, because I know sometimes I describe things pretty weird. And I heard of Milk of Magnesia as a primer. This is a bottle that is 12 fluid ounces, and it retails for about $3. I picked mine up at my local grocery store, actually, in like the healthcare section, but you can go to CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart, Kmart, anywhere. Go into the healthcare section, and this is actually where it's going to be. It's going to be in the area for upset stomachs and laxatives. But it's really for people that have upset stomach, and when you drink this, it kind of acts like a coal inside your stomach, and it soaks up all of the oil and the grease inside your stomach. So basically what you do is you use this on your face instead of your stomach, and it does the same thing on your face. It soaks up all the oil and the grease on your face, and then it's actually a barrier in between your, hold on, then it's going to start barking. So it does the same thing on your face. I was saying it actually acts as a barrier in between your skin and the foundation that you lay over, so that grease or that sweat or that oil on your face is not going to transfer into your makeup, and it's going to make your makeup last much longer, and it's going to prevent you from getting that shiny, oily look halfway through the day. If you girls don't believe me, try it out for yourself. Now, you guys know everything, I always say everything breaks me out. I have very, very, very sensitive skin. But I tried this, and I was like, you know what do I have to lose? It's like $3. This 12 fluid ounces for $3. It's basically nothing. You can find it basically anywhere. Really, really cheap. And if it doesn't work out on your face, then you can just put it in your medicine cabinet. I know a lot of girls are like, that's not meant for your face. I wouldn't put it on my face. But you know what? I tried it out. I will link you guys to Makeup Alley. There's a whole bunch of reviews. That's actually where I found out about it first. There's a whole bunch of reviews of women that do use this on their face. And so I'm not the only crazy person in the whole world who's, you know, invented this to put on your face. There's a lot of women out there that use this on their face. And again, this is a godsend to girls that have oily skin, because a lot of girls, any foundation that they use, they say it slides off their face. And that was my problem in, say, high school. I always used to use Revlon Color Stay foundation because it was the only thing that stayed on my face, but it felt like a mask on my face. And I still got oily during the middle of the day, but that one, at least that foundation actually lasted on me. Now I can use basically any foundation that I want, because with this I don't have that problem. It's like basically how I apply this is, I don't like this whole big bottle. Let me open it up. It gets a little bit hard to, you know, pour this onto your brush, but this is what it looks like inside. I'm almost done with it. You can see in the bottom it's like a thick milky substance. It is pretty thick, so it's a little hard to deal with at first. You have to learn how to play around with it. So I put about, you know, this amount from the cap down here into a little container, and then what I do is I take a small foundation brush and I dip it right in there, and I put a dot on each cheek, forehead, nose, and chin. I do it everywhere, and then I take it and I buff it in with my foundation brush. All over my face. I do it anyway, even places that I don't get oily, because it really makes a nice primer for your skin. So you put this on, and if you have like a white chalky residue on your face, that means you put too much. You don't want to use a lot of this. I would say like a dime size amount is enough for your whole face. That's my mini review on this product. Well, I should hold it up so you guys know. Again, you can find it anywhere and it works great. So if you guys have oily skin, really try this out. I highly recommend this. After a moisturizer, you still, even if you have oily skin, you need to use a moisturizer. And then you let this set for about a minute, and then you put your foundation on top of it. So that is my primer. After my moisturizer, every single day I put this on top. My sister just recently started using this because my sister had really bad skin, just like I used to have in high school. She started breaking out though all of a sudden recently, and she's been dealing with it for a few months. She went to the doctor and they prescribed her different gel for her face, which was a very strong acne gel, and her skin was getting worse. And I know they say that your skin gets worse before it gets better, but her skin was just getting progressively worse and worse and worse, and she couldn't deal with it anymore. So she came to me and she's like, can you help me get rid of it? Let me tell you, I know what it's like to have a lot of acne on your face and how it really hurts your self-esteem. Like, you wake up every morning putting makeup on and you're covering your natural skin, and nobody likes doing that. When you go out and you have pimples all over your face, it makes you feel, you know, really unconfident, and you feel like everyone that's looking at you, like, they don't even make eye contact with you. They're looking at your face. And I know, because I dealt with skin like that, and I know exactly what it feels like. So I brought my sister out and I got her my skincare line, everything that I use on my face, the same moisturizer, the same face wash, the same spot treatment, and the same all over treatment for her face. I swear by my skincare line, and if you guys want me to do a video, it is all drugstore. Basically, all I really do is I mix salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide together, and when those two ingredients interact with one another, it does wonders for your face. And I could do a full review for you guys on that. Anyway, I don't know how I got off topic to talking about that. Anyway, this is why I said it, because not only did we go out and buy her a whole new skincare line, but also makeup, because your makeup can have a lot to do with your breaking out. And I know, because I've had trial and error after trial and error of so many products, and I used so many products that broke me out, and then I would say, no, that's it. If it breaks me out, it's not worth it, because then you're just going to have to put more makeup on your face and all of that. And I finally found a perfect product for foundation that actually does not break me out. And you girls wanted to see a review on that too. And I'm sorry, this video is going to be really long. You can see I'm already at 12 minutes. It's a Sally Hansen Your Skin makeup, and I know you guys wanted a full review on this as well. My shade is creamy beige. They have one thing that I like when you pick out this foundation is it has light skin tone, medium skin tone, and dark skin tone. And in each category there's two, a lighter one and a darker one. So I'm in the medium category, but the first one, not the second one. So it's a lighter shade in the medium category. And this has very yellow undertones, which I always mention in a foundation I like, because I don't have orange and I don't have pink undertones. Girls that have lighter skin or like an Irish complexion, where they're, you know, blonde hair and blue eyes, they usually have pink undertones to their skin. If you're more dark hair, dark eyes, and more of an olive skin tone, then you'll have yellow undertones to your skin. And if you're darker, a lot of darker girls have a reddish skin tone to their skin, undertone. So it really varies. There's millions of different websites that you can use to help you find your direct undertone. But mine is yellow, and I was able to find a really good shade with the yellow undertone. And it's a little too light for me, but that's alright because I just use a darker powder over it. And this foundation covers so well. It's just a perfect foundation because it gives you enough coverage but not too much, like Revlon colors say. And believe me, I have acne scars that I need to cover on my face. I have a lot of redness in my cheeks, and this covers most of it. I'm not going to say all of it, but it covers most of it. There's a dramatic transformation when you have your normal skin and then this. Also, what I really like about it is the finish. It's a dewy finish, and it's what I'm wearing now, and you can see it kind of gives like a little bit of a glow to the skin. And people always ask me that on my videos, what do you use to get that glow? And it's really, this foundation helps a lot to get that glow because it's a dewy finish. And I picked out this because I was asking people for a foundation similar to MAC's StudioFix, because that's what I used for years and years and years, but it broke me out. Also, Revlon Color Stay broke me out, but I love the coverage. So I wanted a coverage of those foundations, but something that wasn't going to break me out and something that didn't feel like a mask on my face. And since this has a dewy finish to it, and it's actually called Your Skin Makeup, I feel like it looks more like my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask. So that's what I really like about this foundation. And the finish, I would say medium to full finish. It is very buildable. I use one pump of this and it's enough for my whole face. And I know you girls do want to see a demo with it, so I will be doing that. Now, what I do after I apply this on my whole face, I still use a concealer because on my cheeks I need to cover a lot of scars. So that's when I actually use the CoverGirl Aquasmooth Makeup. And I would open this up right now and show you guys, but it's kind of gross. But it's a cream to powder finish, so it's a little compact with a little cream, and I just dip my brush in there and just pat right on this cheek and then pat right on this cheek, and then I have flawless 100% coverage. So the two of these together are amazing. And if you guys seen my full review on this, you know, I said a whole bunch of good things about this, and I really do mean everything that I said. However, it comes with so little in there that it runs out like within half a month to a month, and you know, you have to go spend $10 every single month on a new one. So I did love this, but I wanted to prolong the use of it. So now that I use this all over my whole face and I just use this as a concealer, it lasts much longer. And this is like, you know, my little tag team. This is what I'm going to use every single day during the summer because it's perfect coverage. So what I do is I do this, and then I use this as a concealer, and then I conceal under my eyes. And all this stuff that you see, I went out with my sister and got her own. So this is the makeup section, that the portion of the makeup that she also got. I got this for her too. Everything that I show you guys. And then I just use a normal concealer under my eyes. Again, I like to go much lighter under my eyes, and you could see the difference. This is much lighter than my skin tone, but it's by CoverGirl, and the little sticker tore off, but they only have one that's in a little wand application like this, and I got it in the ivory shade, and this is really good for under eyes. What I do after that, I use my setting powder, and what I always use is the Corn Silk Sally Hansen Shine Control Natural Matte Powder. Damn, that's a very long name. This is hard to find though. It's at some CVS's, Big Lots, some Big Lots have it. If you can't find it though, my other favorite setting powder is the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder, and I'm sure you girls know about this because there's tons and tons of reviews out about this, and everybody's saying it's like their holy grail powder. It's very good to set your foundation, and everything that's said about it is true. It's everything you would want in a setting powder, so this is very easy to find also, so I recommend that. After that, I just use a bronzer, and what I do is I use the StudioFix Powder by MAC. I just use a shade much darker than my skin tone, and I just like the powders by MAC because they have that yellow undertone to them, which again is hard to find in drugstore makeup. So MAC is the only bronzer that I use. And last but not least is my highlighting powder, because I get messages every single day. Somebody messages me about highlighting, and you guys want to see a video on this, a demo on it, but I'm gonna wait to do that when I do my live foundation demo, because this takes 2 seconds to put on. But I want to be very clear about this because people ask about this all the time. So it's called Black Radiance. It comes in a little container like this, and mine is used up a lot, but it came with 4 little squares, and it had like a little sun in the middle. And this is called Mosaic Bronzer in Summer Shimmer is the name of it. And really they call this a bronzer, but it's not a bronzer because it's very, very light, and when I put it on my skin, it comes even lighter than it looks in the pan. So what I do is I just swirl a brush in there over all 4 colors, and I put it on my cheekbone right over here, and then coming down a little bit, same thing on the other side, and then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose, and that's it. And that's all that I highlight, and this does a great job, because it just, I always like to highlight my face, because when you put makeup on, when you put your liquid foundation on, you basically cover all your skin, all the shadows and all the highlights. You make your skin all one tone. So when you contour and you highlight, it brings back the shadows and the highlights to your face. So that's why I like to use this. And I don't use any blush, just because it never looked natural on me. I just use the same bronzer to contour a little bit if I'm not in a rush, but honestly I don't do that every day. And wow, this video is 20 minutes long. I'm gonna try and cut it down for you guys because it's way too long. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are the products that I use on my face the most, like my favorite products in the world. Like, my skin comes first before anything, and in the morning that's what I spend most of my time on. It's my skin. In the morning I dedicate 15 minutes every single morning to putting my makeup on, whether I have to be at work at 7 a.m. or school, wherever it is. I wake up and I allow 15 minutes to do my face, and usually 10 minutes of that is going to my skin, and 5 minutes to do my mascara and my eyeliner, my eyebrows, and put a lipstick on, and then I'm out the door. So it really makes a world of a difference. If you guys watch my videos a lot, then you've seen a couple of videos of me on here with absolutely no makeup on, and you see the difference that 15 minutes every morning can make. And I think it's worth it to have that confidence, and it'll last you the whole day. And it's worth it to me. For 15 minutes extra in the morning, I can lose that 15 minutes sleep in order to be confident all day long. So I'm so sorry that this video is so long. It's crazy and boring as hell, and I don't know who's gonna sit through this all. But I hope this helps some of you guys, and look forward to live demos using all the products that I showed today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.